Yo, yo, yo. Welcome, everyone. Happy Monday stream. I hope that you had a great weekend and that now you're tuning in into your favorite live stream of the week and of the day. I'm going live every Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for your daily dose of TA on the crypto market. So if you're enjoying the stream, please leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll know when I'm going live. And without further ado, let's go and jump into BTC price action. We have the daily candle closing in 34 minutes, chat. And BTC is up 1.4% on the day, bouncing out of a key inflection point from history. 58.3K. You know which level this is. This inflection point from February 21st of 2021, which gave a big pullback, and then it was regarded as resistance and as support throughout history, not only on the prior cycle, but also this cycle around. You'll see how it was regarded as support on May 1st, on June 24th. And now you're back testing this level for like the fifth time on this chop that you've been on since this short squeeze from August 8th. One good development on the oscillator side of things that you're printing the first bar of positive momentum here in MACDs for this whole month since July 30. So first positive momentum being printed on the oscillators in the month of August, so that's nice. You're on the 46 points level on the RSI, so that's neutral, not much to say, almost 47. And you do have some kind of an inverse head and shoulders here on the RSI, chat, as you can appreciate. The left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder now being put on. And are we having a breakout today, chat? I think so. We're having a breakout of this inverse head and shoulders. It's quite a small structure, but it will be a reversal pattern for this chop that you've been on since August 8th. So that's pretty exciting. You always you can come back down and retest the neckline as support, but it's nice to see that both on the RSI and on the MACD histogram you're catching some bullish signs. So interesting, really interesting, especially after this whole kind of painful price action that we've been on since this short squeeze. I know a lot of people maybe sold down here, bought back above here, got basically pounded, or they got punished. Yeah, punished is the word that I was looking for. They got punished for buying up here against the daily 200 moving average down here, and some of them maybe got scared and sold, or they're underwater. And some other people have been waiting for a lower, for lower 50s to buy back in for the retest. So this whole chop has been just painful for both sides, both the bulls and the bears. But the good things as for now is that you're holding that level, that 58.3K. I talked yesterday also what was going on the 3-day. 3-day candle will close in 2 days and 1 hour, and you're currently losing the negative momentum here in the MACD histogram. So eventually this hidden bearish divergence that you have here would underperform to what a potential bearish scenario could be, because if you continue to lose the negative momentum here and you somewhat flip green, then this whole hidden bearish divergence would have been a strong underperformer, and you have some kind of bullish divergence here on the MACD histogram on the negative Momo, because you've been putting on lower lows on the lower side of things. So interesting, the 3-day. You're also at the 45 point level on the RSI on the 3-day, so that's neutral, and you're losing that negative Momo. And on the weekly, I did a video yesterday, just in case you didn't catch it. I'll be pretty pretty summarized here, because if you want further detail, you'll have to go and watch that clip that I uploaded last night. But we have the Bollinger Bands here getting compressed, which means that volatility has been decreasing. The more the Bollinger Bands get compressed, then possibly the stronger the resolution will be. Hopefully to the upside, because you have two failed breakdowns here on the Bollinger Bands, and usually failed breakdowns have consequences, which could be a resolution to the upside, just like what you saw on August of last year. So you have the same seasonality here. Bollinger Bands compressed on the weekly time frame, and then an explosive move that lasted for months here on the weekly time frame. So that's what you're looking at the weekly time frame. And you're also on the RSI here. You have a potential harmonic. It will be a bad harmonic here, that you go from X to A point on an 88% retrace here. So this will be the pattern completion zone for this potential bearish bat here on the RSI. So if we actually get that breakout on the weekly time frame, you could be looking at a 83 to 84 point level on the RSI. So overextended on price action, and potentially you do something like this. You come back here and then you sell off, and then you potentially put in like a type 2 return out of this bearish harmonic, and that will be ultimately when you roll over and maybe get the next pullback on the weekly time frame. So yeah, interesting developments on BTC when you have most of the people just leaving or folding into the bearish scenario, and you're printing weaker negative momentum on the weekly time frame, but you only have one trading day on it, so this can change. It's not too much of a reliable source for now, because you need way more data to be confident on that regard. And on the daily side of things, you're just pushing against the mid-range here, the EMA of the Bollinger Bands, and you're also starting to get squeezed again. It was quite compressed before having this breakdown that you had on the beginning of this month. So you're starting to get compressed again on the daily time frame on the Bollinger Bands. So that's your BTC. It's up 1.6%. It's been pumping on the power hour on the last few minutes of the trading session for today. Maybe they'll push for a bullish engulfing on the daily. They're just a couple hundred, not even, just a few dollars away, just $80 away from bullishly engulfing the previous daily candle, which was a bearish engulfing. So yesterday's bearish engulfing didn't catch any follow through, and that's what you want to see if you're on the bullish side of things. So decent price action on BTC, although you've been chopping to death locally here for the past 2 weeks, and more on a larger time frame here since March. You've been just chopping to the bull and to the bear side. Let's go to Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance was barely up. This is somewhat of a doji candle here. Could be an indecision candle, but you're somewhat bouncing from yesterday's pullback. You had somewhat of an impulse on Friday, and now you're just chopping after that impulse. This looks somewhat of a lower high regarding this high after this massive rally, but you'll need further evidence to see if BTCD is actually cooling off or not. And we have a 3-day setup too here, chat, that this inverse head and shoulders actually played out really nice. You're losing positive momentum on the MACD histogram, so maybe what you will see is somewhat of a valley, and then create somewhat of a bearish divergence here. Another stop higher on Bitcoin dominance while BTC runs, if that's actually the scenario, and then ultimately that strong reversal on Bitcoin dominance, which would be the long-weighted altcoin season. But I'm just gonna play this level to level, and this looks somewhat of a tweezer top here, but both of the candles are green, so I wish that at least one of them were red in order to be more confident on that tweezer top. But yeah, just your Bitcoin dominance pretty flat on the day. building negative momentum on the MACD histogram, and at the 53-point level on the RSI. So it's neutral on the RSI and building negative momentum on the daily on the MACD. Bitcoin against the SPX. So this has been chopping too. You did have this bounce. It touched like it has like an immaculate touch to this descending channel. Actually, this descending channel is cleaner than the USD pair, if you ask me, because you only have this deviation to the downside. But most of the other price action has been regarded inside of this descending channel. And you have somewhat of an equal low here. It's actually a higher low if you count the wicks. And you had a bearish engulfing yesterday, and now you're just up 0.7%. So BTC USD outperforming Bitcoin SPX today, but you're losing negative momentum on the MACD histogram, and you're at the 41 point on the RSI. So that's neutral, and potentially, if you're just trading the range, you'll be considered to be oversold here, and will be targeting the overbought area here at the top of the channel. Okay, let's take a look at USDT dominance, because this has been quite a tricky ticker for this whole range, to be honest. You're going for a bearish engulfing candle. You're down 1.5%, and maybe you're just bouncing or catching a resistance. This could be a confirmation high regarding this massive short squeeze from August 5th. And just in summary, I'm gonna be real quick here. You do have a three rising valleys here pattern, accumulation pattern. This was your breakout line here that you broke out of on August 1st, but you failed to sustain price action above the breakout line. So that implies that you had a throwback here where price fell below the breakout line, and now it's now it's bouncing and trying to go again above the breakout line, but it's somewhat failing. So that's a good signal, because when you get throwbacks on this kind of accumulation patterns, usually the performance of the accumulation is hurt. So this could be maybe that this was just a performance out of the three rising valleys, and that would be really good for BTC and the rest of the crypto market. And I talked about this on Friday's stream, I think, that it looks pretty similar to what WIF was doing here. So you had the three rising valleys pattern. This was your breakout line here on this high. You had the breakout with a daily candle close confirmation. Then you had a throwback. Then they tried again, but ultimately led to a lower high, and then they just roll over. Look at what price did after failing to get the real breakout out of that accumulation pattern. So maybe that's what you're going for on USDT dominance. Man, I wish so, because that would be really, really good for crypto. And taking a look at Ethereum, it's up 0.7% on a day, underperforming both BTC and Solana today. Still on a green day, still above $2,542. This critical inflection point from history from 2021 and 2022. So underperforming BTC, but it's green on a day. You're building positive momentum on the MACD histogram, and you're at the 40-point level on the RSI, so you're neutral. And your next logical target, your next technical target will be 3K, between 2,900 and 3K is your next logical area here, both psychologically and on the technical side of things. So yeah, I guess we need to look to ETH BTC in order to know what could be going on for the performance against BTC. So you had a bullish engulfing yesterday that hasn't been invalidated. You're just down 0.9%. Excuse me. So you're down just 0.9% on the day today. Not taking out yesterday's bullish engulfing. So I would need further evidence for this to be a higher low regarding this low. That would be locally a way better signal than what you're doing here, because this ultimately could continue downtrending and continue to the downside. Since you've been on a long-term downtrend on this asset, you've been putting on lower lows and lower highs on the sticker since 2022, I think, since the merge. Since November, I mean, since October, October 2022, you've been downtrending here. You're printing strong positive momentum on the MACD histogram after a serious drought of positive momentum that lasted. This drought on the negative Momo lasted 42 days, chat. So you're still building strong positive momentum, and you're at the 40-point level on the RSI. So you're neutral on the RSI and the relative strength index. If you turn on the Bollinger Bands, not much I can say. Just up below the EMA of the Bollinger Bands. So yeah, not much of an edge on ETH BTC. This BTC could continue to outperform Ethereum unless this gets confirmed as a higher low. Then you're on a much greater scenario than what you're doing right now. All right, Solana, it's been outperforming ETH but underperforming Bitcoin. Today is up 1.25% on the day. You're recapturing the $144 level. This is a very real level from history, chat. This complacency shoulder from 2022, and also was regarded both as support and as resistance this cycle around. So between 144 and 170, there isn't much price action. It's a pretty inefficient area. So basically, if you sustain price from above here, your next logical target will be $170 here on Solana. Losing the negative momentum on the MACD histogram and at the 45-point level of the RSI. So yeah, I think BTC looks better here, not just on a technical side, but also on a fundamental side, because usually when BTC has a breakout, it tends to run first into price discovery, and then strong altcoins, large caps and strong altcoins follow, and then when BTC is well beyond past price discovery is where you have that altcoin rotation. So let's take a look at Sol ETH. Where do I have this? Okay, it's here. So Sol ETH is up 0.5% on the day. You're catching somewhat of a bounce here at the 5,417 level. Also a very real level from 2021 on Sol ETH. You see it was regarded as resistance twice. Very real level tested here. So this could be the very first time that this level could be acting as support chat, where you're bouncing out of this bearish engulfing. Just didn't catch any follow through on Friday. Last Friday had this massive bearish engulfing on Sol ETH, and now you're just mean reverting to above of the engulfing and potentially create a higher low. It will be the highest higher low on Sol ETH since this whole uptrend. So yo, Hagrid, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it, my man. Big fan of your daily shows. So this is about to be seen, because I don't like this deviation that much. As I've said before on stream, I'm not the biggest fan when you deviate above a really strong inflection point like this one from 2021 that you tested not once but twice but 3 times before having somewhat of a strong breakout, and now this is just somewhat behaving like a deviation. So I'm not the biggest fan on that kind of price action. But maybe if this turns out to be the highest higher low of the whole uptrend, then it will make sense for Solana to continue its strength, its relative strength against ETH and relative strength against the rest of the market. So yeah, just really spooky on Sol ETH right now. I don't have much of an edge, to be honest. All I know is just I'm not the biggest fan of this kind of deviation. I love above a key price, but this is a strong uptrend, so maybe they'll just run it up turbo, and I wouldn't see why not, because it's been kind of the vibe of this whole bull market. So yeah. That's your Sol ETH update. You're losing negative momentum on the MACD histogram, and you're pretty neutral on the RSI. You're at the 52-point level. So That's pretty neutral for now. Okay, so we check Solana, Ethereum, BTC. I think BTC is going for the engulfing. So now it's just a couple bucks away from having that bullish engulfing on the daily. We'll check back on 14 more minutes. So what else? I want to check out Pepe because Pepe was doing some things. I stopped looking at memes for a while, but now Pepe seems pretty interesting here with this potential higher low here, just above a critical inflection point too. I'm not gonna say this kind of numbers. I guess above 709 and 707 out of a penny. So this is a strong inflection point, but was regarded as support on August 5th on that capitulation of altcoins on the crypto market. And now you're going for a higher low here. So this could imply maybe accumulation or somewhat of a trend reversal from this downtrend, because you've been putting on lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs, and now a higher low. So this could mean something. You're actually going for a bullish engulfing. You're up 5% on the day. Just when you thought that memes were over, man, it's when they run it back like this. And I don't know, I kind of like the structure. Somewhat of this whole thing here kind of reminds me what WIF did back here. Structure to it. So yeah, that's when I saw Pepe today, was like, are they gonna do like somewhat of a short squeeze here? So let's check out Pepe 4 hour right now versus 3-day. Piercing bottom, I think. I can't read I have like a messed up chat here. Hold on. Oh, Pico bottom. Okay, yeah. Right, let's pull up the 4 hour. Oh man. Let's pull up ETH down there on the 3-day. Oh wow, I see what you're saying. It's that structure, right? So you have like, it's not an Adam and Eve, but you have a massive spike to the downside, then a higher low, and now ETH on the 3-day, just having some issues pulling up the double panel today, but we'll do it like that. I think this is what you're saying, right? Is it like that is what you're saying, or within this low here? Big Hagrid. But yeah, it looks somewhat similar, huh? It is a higher low, at least. Yeah. Like on Pepe, like this thing was a little bit like weaker to the downside. Oh, the second one. This one here. Oh man, yeah. Yep. Like Pepe is like right here, I think. Right now. I guess they'll run it back, huh? I don't have any exposure to Pepe, but I think I'll get some after what's doing right now. Let's pull out the 4 hour again. Yeah, it's just a higher low above a key inflection point, so that's pretty sweet. I don't think I have any kind of divergence here, but you're printing the first bar of positive momentum on Pepe since July 29. So first positive momentum bar of the month of August on Pepe now. And you're at the 40 point level on the RSI, so you're just leaving the bearish control zone. Below 40, sellers are in control of this asset. You could argue that you have somewhat of a double bottom here. Like you have not, yeah, you haven't you don't have a confirmation of the double bottom as for now. You would need a close above this line here. But this higher low, maybe you get a close above here and you confirm a double bottom also on the RSI. So just no kind of, you just have bullish convergence as for now because you have a higher low both on price and on the oscillator. And I wonder if the 3-day is saying something. So, well, the 3-day still has 2 more days to close, but for now it's going for a bullish engulfing candle. It's up 5.3% on the 3-day, and you do have a bullish divergence here on the MACD histogram from this negative momentum to this negative momentum down here. And on the RSI, you're at the 41 point level, so you're just above the bearish control zone. You're neutral on the RSI. So yeah, I guess as bad as this structure looks, key inflection points and zones are real, especially if you put in a higher low. Printing positive momentum once again on the MACD histogram. And I think you're pretty retraced on Fib too. I think you went to the 786. Yeah, you touched the 786 retracement level. You even went a little bit lower. So I think that you remember Hagrid when you were talking on Market Check. And you discussed, and I think it told you on a DM that maybe Pepe was going to this 618 retracement here. I thought that this was a nice area to shop. It had confluence with this historic inflection point. As you can see, it's exactly the same level here. If I take out the fifth retracement tool, you'll see the 618 exactly there on the 903. So yeah, I thought that was a great area for a bottom, but maybe, I don't know, just a composite operator wanted deeper value areas, and now just bouncing out of that key inflection point. The only thing that I'm not a fan as of right now is that you're below the daily 200 moving average, but that's fine. You can always have a reclaim, and actually if you reclaim it and you get a daily candle close above here, above 905, you would get a confirmation of a potential double bottom here. You confirm double bottoms when you get price action or a daily close above the highest price of the extraction of the structure here. So that would be your confirmation of the double bottom on Pepe here. And the VTC pair, I think it looks pretty similar. I think it didn't went as deep as, what do I have? I had it on my watch list. Let's take a look at the Sol, Pepe against Sol. Just why not? So you do have a bullish harmonic here on Pepe. I draw this a while ago. Your target will be an 88% retrace from X to C. I mean from X to A, from low to highs, if you wanted to play this bullish harmonic. But you do have this massive bullish divergence. I had it drawn from before. So you're printing strong positive momentum once again on Pepe against Sol. You do have a triple bullish divergence here on the MACD histogram. And you're at the 39 point level on the RSI, so you're about to leave the bearish control zone, go for the bullish engulfing. You're also really close to reclaiming the daily 200 moving average. So maybe they're not gonna go for the full 88% retrace. They'll just do a 75% retrace. Who knows? But this whole thing on Pepe against Sol, this lower high here, just gave me the harmonic structure that this wasn't looking good, and Look what they did here, chat. I think we're on the 75% retrace or so. Yeah, just above 786. So this is for the golden pocket boys. This is just below your golden zone, but you're really close to deep value areas, which is at 786 and then 886 below here. So yeah, well, the harmonic, the thing is that when you have somewhat of a, this is a bullish bad harmonic right here. This is some shenanigans like that. That's where he shops, like down here. But if you have this harmonic prior to coming down here, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna play out. Know what I mean? Like you need to get a confirmation of the harmonic before. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself and say, okay, Pepe against Sol is not done. It needs to come to D point. It needs to do an 886 retracement. I don't play them like that. Scott Carney usually says like price usually would come here, but it's not like necessity for the harmonic. So you actually play this to the upside. Like you will wait for price to hit here, maybe get somewhat of a confirmation, a type 2 return. This is where you go long with a type stop loss, and you could aim for the next logical targets, right there, or the next one, or even like the longest target that you have is the top of the harmonic. This will be your last take profit, or if you're in extreme like bull market, you could aim for higher. But I'm not gonna like disregard what Pep is doing against Sol here with a triple bullish divergence, just because it's a few percentages away from the pattern completion zone of a bullish bat. Is if I'm being like clear about it. For example, you did have a bearish bat here on the top, so I had confidence above here that maybe this was going to play to the downside. So, but maybe this could have been like this, and not create the harmonic and roll over anyway. So it's just when you go for the full harmonics, you get more confidence on what it could happen. But interesting developments on Pepe. I thought for a minute that they were going to go into utility coins now, but I don't think I've seen any kind of setup on utility like the Pepe is doing right now. So this is the BTC pair. Right below this critical inflection point. Looks somewhat similar to the USD pair. I think you're higher on, oh my bad. I think you're higher on the fifth retracement. Yeah. So on the USD pair, you're a little closer to the 786. And on the BTC pair, you're a little closer to the 618. And you're also a little bit closer to the daily 200 moving average. So I think Pepe against BTC has been outperforming Pepe USD on this drawdown. You have somewhat of an equal low down here. It could be a confirmation bottom on this bottom regarding this wick down here. I think on the USD pair, it's quite a better looking structure, because I don't know, you just have that engulfing and everything, and you're above that key inflection point. So daily candle just closed. Did we engulf, chat? Did we have a bullish engulfing? My God, barely. No, it didn't. Just fell a few bucks shy. I think it was like 20 bucks shy of a bullish engulfing on BTC, but you did respect this critical inflection point from 2021. You know how real this level is. Manufactured for the first time on February 21st, 2021, regarded both as support and as resistance, both in the prior cycle and this cycle around. So you gotta have somewhat of an optimistic approach when buyers step in and defend this level, although you've been on this nightmare of a range and excruciating, painfully price action that you've been on BTC. But yeah, I don't know if you guys want me to look at any other coins. I think Sui was having quite the day. It was up 10%. XRP was also up like almost 6%, going for a bullish engulfing. The highest daily candle close since August 8 on XRP. I don't know what they're cooking over there, but they're doing something. First positive momentum bar of the month too. So a lot of coins did their first positive Momo bar on the MACD today. What else? Sui. So Sui closed. I think I have another chart for Sui here. Yeah, I have two. Okay. So Sui definitely catching some follow through out of this massive harmonic here with a type 2 return at this zone. There's somewhat of a resistance to support flip zone. You're way below the daily 200 moving average, and I wouldn't get too ahead of myself on calling this a long because I don't have much of an edge here. You're just in the middle of La La Land, in my opinion. You don't have any strong support really close from here. If you have a support, it will be manufactured for the first time. You're going against resistance too. You're pretty close to resistance here. Oh, my bad. So maybe this is somewhat of an automatic response here. This candle here, like when you have like a strong uptrend, then you sell off. Then they usually trap the last buyers on this impulse, and they put a somewhat of a lower high or a confirmation high, and then you roll over. So I don't know, man. Like the spot to get on Sui, in my opinion, was below because you could like gamble here and go long and put in your stop loss below here, but I would much rather go long on something else like Pepe, where you have like a structure to put on your stop loss and have make sense on the technical side of things. Not hating on Sui or anything, but you sold off here to a T here on $1.01. This inflection from last year, so from this year and last year too. So is this a higher low, Chad? Well, no, I guess. Not sure, and I don't know. Not a fan on this. I don't know. This is somewhat of a steep pullback here. If you wanted like immediate bullish continuation, you would have wanted to maybe put it like a little bit higher, hopefully about 90 cents. Psychologically it makes sense. Also technically it makes sense, but you came back down, and maybe you are having somewhat of an automatic response, like somewhat of a last point of supply kind of thing, when you just trap buyers and then you go for the real higher low, like something like this. Who knows? I don't have any kind of edge. I just saw that it was having price action today, so not much to say regarding Sui. Dimension was having somewhat of a bullish divergence here. And the higher low, the first higher low in Dimension history, price action, because you do have somewhat of a higher low here, but it's not as discernible at this higher low. Because on TIA, for example, on some other utility coins, you have a lower low, or you have you mostly have lower lows. But this, for the first time, this S coin had a higher low, and just I don't know, maybe they're gonna hold it. You closed the day, you were like up, let's see, you closed the day up 2.6%. You're losing positive momentum though. You're going for a valley on the momentum. They'll need to run it up again, or you could flip red pretty soon if buyers don't step in, because the bullish divergence is real here. It's clear as day, chat. So yeah, I didn't take any trades on this, but it has a technical development and it is a higher low. So yeah. What else? What other S coins can we take a look at here, chat? I think BNB was doing some things today too. Yeah. So BNB recovered the daily 200 moving average. Quite a bullish Maribosu candle here. A single candlestick pattern up 4.8%. Highest daily candle close since August 1st. So almost highs of the month on BNB. I don't know if they're speculating about CC coming out of jail or whatever. But yeah, quite the performance, building strong positive momentum on the MACD histogram. Actually, you had the highest momentum on the MACD since July 23rd. You didn't have any kind of bullish divergence here. You just have bearish convergence where you had lower low in price and on the oscillators. So not much that I can say here. You're in the middle of up and down territory here. Not much of an inflection point, I think. Well, you do have a lot of data here, so put on another resistance here. There's definitely something here. I would say let's put it on this shoulder around. Let's see if has some confluence. So maybe here on this daily candle, on this daily close. So not much of a resistance until 597 bucks on BNB. Yeah, just a good performance for today. Large caps had a great day. I think they have a better day than some medium to small caps. For example, BNB, XRP had a good day. I think Tron has been doing things. Who know? Oh my God! What? Man, oh, it looks better than it. I mean, it looks bigger than it is because Tron doesn't move as much. Just a 5% gainer today on Tron, but either way, breaking out of the 13 cents area here, had the highest daily candle close. Oh my God, Chad! Since when? It's not all-time highs, right? No. So the highest daily candle close on Tron since 2021, since like May of 2021. Apparently, bro, since May 7, 2021, highest daily candle close on Tron. I don't know what Justin Sun is cooking here, man. But apparently, like I saw Tron run up this whole time during last year. But when like meme craze got into the market, and I don't know, like the ultimate exuberance on BTC arrived in March, because BTC topped like March 15. You can see Tron started selling off before BTC made its final high. So this apparently somewhat Tron moves like in tandem. If Tron pumps, then BTC consolidates. If BTC runs, or Solana runs, or any other coins, then Tron is just gonna consolidate. So, man, insane. You're at the 72 point level on the RSI, so you're overbought for the first time since July 12, July 13 on the RSI, deep within the bullish control zone. I read on the timeline today that there was some people buying memes on Tron. I've never used Tron as a layer one. I don't even know how decentralized it is, or how fast or how cheap the fees are, but it's pretty wild to see this kind of price action, although the timeline is pretty muted about it. Like you would guess that a layer one that's been doing this, it will get more attention on the timeline, but I guess it's somewhat similar to what's going on with BNB, just large caps getting that bid. And it kind of makes sense, Chad, because if you remember 2020, when BTC broke out at around October 14, from 12K to 14K and started to run, most of the DeFi coins and small caps kind of lagged hard, like Solana, Link, Aave, whatever, like the runners from summer DeFi just stayed behind. And I saw some crazy volatility on XRP. Like if you remember, the SEC case hit like in December, and they took a a big hit that actually draw down some of the altcoin market. So I remember in 2020, BTC was strongly running, and some other majors were too. BNB wasn't. It wasn't such of a big, large cap by then. But I remember XRP running, and I'm sure some other, maybe Litecoin or whatever, maybe Bitcoin Cash, not Litecoin because Litecoin's more pegged to Ethereum. And Ethereum didn't really move until like, I don't know, March or April, where it started like really get going. I mean, it hit all-time highs before, but yeah, I think what makes sense here, Chad, is that for BTC to run and to lead, maybe get somewhat of another positive momentum run on Bitcoin dominance to create somewhat of a divergence, create a higher high on the price and a lower high on the momentum. And then when BTC, it's about price discovery and market participants have a bigger appetite for risk, is when we're going to see that final short squeeze on Bitcoin dominance, and then that rollover into altcoin season. Of course, it can play differently than the other cycles. Like every cycle is different. Bitcoin dominance has been trending higher for like 20 months. So who knows? Well, I'll keep an eye on it. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. I've been going on for about an hour. The chat and the audience was pretty empty in the beginning of the stream. So if you would like to see what I said about Bitcoin and USDT dominance and Bitcoin dominance, you could rewind the stream. So I appreciate everyone tuning in. Please remember to give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you would like me to check out any coins tomorrow. So you guys are chats, the MVPs. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. See ya.